Shipmates, your CNP John Nowell here. In a month that saw a violent attack on our nation's capital and the seat of democracy, the timing couldn't be more right to acknowledge and celebrate the birthday of a man who created lasting change through peaceful protest, the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Born on January 15, 1929, this week would have marked his 92nd birthday. Dr. King's life is a lesson every one of us should emulate: peace through nonviolence, change through a commitment to what is right and just. To quote this great American, we must not be guilty of wrongful deeds by drinking from the cup of bitterness and hatred. Dr. King believed that people should be judged not by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character, that all people deserve dignity and respect, and that we cannot rest and we cannot consider our nation as the land of the free until everyone is treated equally in the eyes of the law and in the hearts of their fellow Americans. Before his tragic death at the age of 39, Dr. King was the driving force behind the passage of the 1964 Civil Rights Act. That same year, he was a Nobel Peace Prize winner and Time Magazine's Man of the Year. His accomplishments in such a short period of time just make you wonder what else he could have done, how better off our nation would have been if he wasn't taken from us at such a young age. That tragic day in Memphis when Dr. King left us was more than 50 years ago, and while whites-only drinking fountains are a thing of the past, schools are no longer segregated and African Americans are no longer relegated to the back of city buses, we still have a long way to go. That was very clear over the summer when protests against police violence took place in cities from coast to coast. With Dr. King's passing, the fight for equality didn't die. It now falls to each and every one of us, in his giant footsteps, together as shipmates, we must pick up the cause. If you see a shipmate who is being discriminated against, speak up. If you hear someone using language that could be offensive to others based on their race, religion, sexual preference, or national origin, use your voice to say that won't be tolerated. Shine a light on these destructive behaviors, role model signature behaviors, and embrace a culture of excellence. Ensure you're including your shipmates and valuing their opinions, their strength and inclusion and diversity. This is something Task Force 1 Navy has been working on for the past 6 months, and soon we'll provide the CNO and all of the 4 stars in the Navy with a list of recommendations that will help level the playing field for everyone across the Navy. Recommendations that will make us stronger and more united as a Navy. And make no mistake, when we look at inclusion and diversity, a rising tide raises all boats. So let's continue in our commitment to equality in our Navy, individually and in our organization. Let's get better together. Below is a link to his famous "I Have a Dream" speech. To mark this day, I highly recommend listening to his words, which decades later still ring true. As always, thank you for your service and sacrifice and the service and sacrifice of your families. Stay safe and sail safe, shipmates.